In the hidden architecture of the universe, where moments stretch into eternity and the whispers of choice echo endlessly, there exists a subtle current that shapes destinies without fanfare. It is neither loud nor ostentatious. It does not announce itself with the clamor of immediate reward or the shimmer of instant success. Yet like the unseen roots of a colossal tree that anchor it through centuries, this current, this compounding effect, holds within it the power to turn the smallest, seemingly insignificant actions into cascades of profound consequence. To witness it is to perceive life as a mosaic of infinite possibilities, where each act of patience, each disciplined repetition, gathers momentum quietly, imperceptibly, until it reveals itself in forms that feel almost miraculous. Consider the delicate geometry of a snowflake. It begins as a mere condensation of water in the frigid sky, an unremarkable speck. Yet through a patient, iterative process, it crystallizes into intricate, unique patterns, each facet a testament to the cumulative effect of countless invisible forces converging over time. So too does the compounding effect operate in human endeavor. A single word of encouragement, a disciplined habit observed faithfully over months or years, a choice to persevere when surrender tempts. These are the seeds whose eventual bloom is breathtaking precisely because it has been nurtured slowly, almost secretly beneath the surface. In our culture, drenched in immediacy, we are taught to measure success in snapshots, in moments of applause, in instant validation. The digital age celebrates acceleration and instantaneity, yet the deeper truths of growth and transformation are rarely instantaneous. They are processes that demand time, subtle accumulation, and quiet consistency. Each moment of restraint, each choice to return to the path, despite fatigue or doubt, is a pebble cast into the river of our lives, its ripples magnifying in ways unseen until they collide with other currents of opportunity, skill, and circumstance. The compounding effect does not discriminate, nor does it favor the spectacular. It operates equally in the mundane and the extraordinary. A few pages read daily, a small gesture of kindness extended consistently, a quiet moment of reflection. These, multiplied across weeks and months, construct a lattice of influence far beyond what a single instant could achieve. It is patience rendered tangible, a subtle alchemy that converts effort, however minimal, into exponential impact. Like a gardener tending to a plot of earth, one may not witness the flowering immediately, yet the cycles of sun, rain, and soil collaborate invisibly to bring forth life in abundance. Time in this framework becomes less an enemy to be hurried past and more a collaborator. Each repetition, each disciplined action, is a note in a symphony that only reveals its grandeur after prolonged unfolding. Just as planets trace their slow arcs around distant suns, gradually shaping climates, tides, and life itself, our persistent efforts, compounded over spans that may feel interminable in the moment, eventually orchestrate transformations that feel nothing short of miraculous. This is the quiet rebellion against the tyranny of immediacy, a recognition that greatness, and indeed miracles themselves, are rarely instantaneous. They are accrued, patiently layered, patiently earned. To understand the compounding effect is to glimpse a hidden geometry of existence, a lattice of cause and consequence that binds the mundane to the extraordinary. It invites us to slow our gaze, to honor repetition and patience, to recognize that even the smallest acts carry within them the seed of profound impact. There is a cosmic poetry here, an almost mystical rhythm, wherein time and effort, when aligned with intention, are transmuted into outcomes far exceeding the sum of their parts. In this exploration, we will traverse the landscape of patience and exponential growth, moving from abstract reflection to tangible understanding. We will consider the patterns that govern our lives, the symbolic narratives that illuminate hidden truths, and the practical integration that allows these insights to shape our daily existence. And through this journey, we will learn that miracles are not always sudden. They are often the result of invisible accumulation, quiet perseverance, and the unassuming, almost sacred compounding of consistent effort. And so, to step fully into the understanding of the compounding effect is to recognize that the extraordinary is often woven from the quietest threads. It is in the gentle, repeated actions of our daily lives, the small choice to keep moving forward when doubt tempts, the subtle habit of speaking with care, the unseen discipline of nurturing skills and relationships, that the architecture of miracles begins to form. These are not grand, instantaneous gestures that draw immediate attention. They are accumulations, silently gathering weight and momentum until the day arrives when their impact is undeniable. Each act of patience, each disciplined repetition, becomes a seed that roots itself deeply, preparing the soil for outcomes that may seem impossible when viewed in isolation. Imagine the persistent drip of water on stone. Day after day, month after month, year after year, it slowly sculpts grooves, shapes canyons, and polishes surfaces until the transformation is breathtaking. The compounding effect works in precisely the same way. The small, almost imperceptible efforts we commit to consistently, whether in learning, creation, or the cultivation of character, accumulate silently, invisibly, until their magnitude unfolds like a hidden symphony. What once seemed negligible becomes foundational. What once appeared ordinary becomes extraordinary. This is the slow, patient magic that governs not only our personal growth, but the very fabric of the world itself. Time, when honored rather than rushed, becomes our most powerful ally. Each repetition, each careful choice compounds, not merely in the arithmetic sense, but in the profound geometry of existence, shaping our trajectory in ways that cannot be measured in the moment. Just as the stars trace their arcs across the heavens over eons, gradually illuminating the cosmos, so too do our persistent actions shape the contours of our lives. The universe, in its vastness, offers a silent lesson. Patience and consistency are forces of transformation far greater than any fleeting blaze of instant success. To embrace this principle is to live with trust. Not blind trust, but informed, deliberate trust in the unfolding process. It is to understand that the seemingly small, inconsequential moments are the very building blocks of lasting achievement, and that every seed planted with care, no matter how modest, contains the potential for remarkable growth. It invites us to measure our lives not only by immediate results, but by the unseen accumulation of effort, by the gentle layering of intention over time, and by the quiet, inexorable emergence of patterns that shape our destiny. In the grand tapestry of existence, miracles are rarely abrupt. They emerge from the patient, steady alignment of action, intention, and time. Each choice we make, compounded with the choices of yesterday and tomorrow, participates in a lattice of consequence that, when viewed from the distance of reflection, reveals itself as nothing short of extraordinary. Just as a tree's majesty cannot be appreciated in its first seedling stage, nor a galaxy in its initial swirl of dust, so too do our lives flourish in ways that require both time and fidelity to process. Ultimately, the compounding effect is a call to mindful persistence, a reminder that greatness is accrued quietly, patiently, and deliberately. It teaches us that effort compounded over time surpasses fleeting talent, that patience surpasses impulsive desire, and that the ordinary, when nurtured consistently, transforms into the miraculous. To live in harmony with this principle is to participate consciously in the hidden geometry of the universe, to place our actions into a current that magnifies them, to trust in the silent orchestration of time, and to recognize that the extraordinary emerges not by chance, but through the deliberate, patient, and sacred accumulation of consistent effort. It is the gentle, persistent shaping of our inner world, the nurturing of habits, thoughts, and intentions that, like underground rivers, flow unseen until they emerge with clarity, power, and purpose. To honor the compounding effect is to trust the unseen, to believe in the slow unfolding of potential, and to understand that our daily choices, however small, ripple outward, touching realities and possibilities we cannot yet perceive. We come to see life as an intricate web of interconnected moments, where the invisible threads of consistent action weave patterns that are eventually revealed in the fullness of time. And in embracing this truth, we are invited to step into a rhythm of deliberate participation, where each day becomes a canvas for subtle, patient creation, and where the extraordinary is not a distant dream,